You are watching ILFL Soccer Nights.
Sponsored by Mashuri এবং Hawk and Eagle.
Welcome back, it's the ILFL Soccer Night, and this is now where we talk about ILFL and Shanali Otif Veterans League. Here are the results from last Thursday's fixtures, and here is Nanu Mia to talk you through all of what you see there on the screen.
Okay, as we know, Benado's lost against BYM. Benado's got frustrated, really frustrated, and I think that was the downfall. They held on for about 30 minutes, and then on the last 10 minutes, that was it. BYM scored a goal, they killed the game off, and that was it. With Bromley and Abahani, again 1-1. Bromley is probably the most hated team right now in the league because they're causing so much problems for the top teams. Had they done all the changes in the beginning of the season, they would probably be sitting right at the top right now. Unfortunately for them, it came a little bit too late. With Tigers and Saya, I think Saya did really well considering that they've only conceded about 3 goals. For Saya, it wasn't about winning, it was about trying to concede less goals as possible. So in that sense, I think they did quite well. Against a team like Tigers, 3-0 getting away with that is accomplishment anyway. We all talk about how good Luton is, but they've lost against Beaumont. They've also lost against Shadwell. What will happen when they meet against teams like Tigers, Tower Hamlets and Abahani? Not sure. It's difficult to say. Unless they do something now, they'll probably drop a lot of points.
Having said that, Nano, they were winning that game 1-0. And then when Beaumont drew, Luton were going for the win. And I think that's what, on the counter-attack, Beaumont scored 2 goals. So I think they need to learn to be patient and maybe where they can take a point and just call it a day.
No, I think I have a different view. I think they're being too complacent. I think they're taking it too easy. I think that this league isn't...
Do you think that some of their results flattered them and they probably just took their foot off a little bit this week?
They did. They really did.
Beaumont, you can't.
Yeah.
I don't think it looked like that against Beaumont, but...
Shadwell?
With Shadwell, St Catherine's are improving, but against a team like Shadwell, it's just simply not enough. You need to really step up a gear with Shadwell. They're sitting comfortably at the top, and yeah, with a team like Shadwell, you can't, you got to really work with them. With Tower Hamlets and West End, believe it or not, West End came with a completely different team yet again. But they looked really good though. For the first 5 minutes, they controlled the game. They even scored a really fantastic goal, a goal that's worth mentioning. But that really enraged Tower Hamlets. They really were angry. You could see it and feel it in there as well. They responded really quickly, got 1 goal back, and then soon after, 5 of the other goals followed behind, and West End didn't stand a chance.
Okay, and what does that do to the table? It's all taking shape, as we say, and after 5 games you can see who are the teams who really have got their finger on the pulse and those that need to get their finger out, as the saying says. Tower Hamlets are sitting top with 13 points. Abahani are right there with them, a draw. They didn't really need, they wanted that win to maintain that pressure at the top. But look at the Tigers and Shadwell, they're both coming on 10 points each and they're right there and within 3 points off the top. 3 points covers those top 4, and then 3 points covers the next 5 teams: Luton, Beaumont, Barnardos and Bromley, and then St Catherine's back in order up with Siren, BYM on 3, and West End. 1 goal you've scored in 5 games. You need to find yourselves a striker. Shall we have a look and see what's going to happen next Thursday? Here it is. BYM take on Tower Hamlets. Beaumont against Shadwell, always a big game. You know what, it'd be nice to see how many cards, if any, get happening in that game between Beaumont and Shadwell. Let's not ask you anything about that one, Russia. Tigers take on Barnardos, which looks like a one-sided game. St Catherine's take on Bromley. Siren, Luton, Berry Park go head-to-head, and West End. Good luck against the Abahani Vets. Now, Nanu, listen, thanks for that. I know it's been short and sweet, but I think that was a comprehensive roundup of everything that happened with the Vets. We've had to condense it all into such a short space because we've got more to talk about. There are some exciting things happening that we thought that we should share with you, almost like a Christmas present as you go into the new year, things that you can look forward to in 2014. And to kick it all off and tell you all what's going to happen is going to be my good man, Cameras. Cameras, what can you share with us?
Well, we'll all chip in and add value to this. But we've got some very, very exciting projects coming up next year. I think the mostly talked about project at the moment is the Summer League. We've got the Super Cup and the Veterans Super Cup, and then we've got the UK Bangladesh Championship in partnership with Milton Keynes and Birmingham. There'll be a special program on the 30th of this month, not next Monday, Monday after. We will discuss these projects more in length, but I think Nanu and Rashid can now add a bit more insight into the project.
Tell us a little bit more then, Rush.
Well, with the summer project, it's going to be a different, it's a launch, a new league. It's going to be catered for all people, so there's no restrictions. The prize money is going to be very big, and it's basically it's going to be open to all areas. It's not just within town. We're looking for all teams outside, etc. With the Super Cup, we're looking at 32 teams throughout the UK to participate, and also with the Legends Super Cup, is looking at the 16 best Legends teams around UK as well to participate, and that will hopefully highlight the best of football, not just within town or London itself. But we're looking at whole UK
it's a
itself.
national event.
I mean, as Rashid mentioned earlier about the Summer League, that's the one that I think is going to be really exciting because, as Rashid mentioned, there's no restrictions on ethnicity, everybody's welcome, and already there's various leagues that have already contacted us. They want to put in teams in there, and we're looking at a really, really strong Summer League, even from the beginning. I think that will reflect in the next few years that we held that same competition.
So we're talking about putting more meat on the bones, if you say, in a bigger show which is happening on the 30th of December, as Cameron said, where we're going to have more people in here to discuss everything, all the ins and outs of all the various packages.
Sorry, I was going to say about the third project which Cameron just mentioned, the UK Bangladesh Championship. It's basically, we're going to be looking at, obviously working with Milton Keynes and Birmingham. We're looking at teams from Bengali player teams from all around UK, so there'll be teams from each area representing, and that will showcase the best of Bengali football players and teams out there in UK, and that is a unique tournament. I think everyone will be interested to participate.
And the final of that this year is in MK Don Stadium as well, so there's something to look forward to.
That's a great one to look forward to then. I've been there once. I think I was there the first season. It was put together, a lovely little stadium that we got there. So there's lots of things happening. There's a lot of football being played. We know that the current league now is going to finish round about the April, May. So what's the first one we can look forward to seeing?
It's the Super Cup and the Legends Cup, which is going to be an annual event going forward every year, taking place in April, and it's a big project for us, big tournament. I think the prize money alone is about £3,000 between the various winners. It's a big event. We're looking for sponsors. Obviously, we're working hard to get the right venue as well, and there's already interest just by us talking and finding out what the thoughts are. There's already interested parties from probably about 15-20 teams as it goes. So obviously, once the word goes out and the marketing starts, I'm sure we can achieve our quota of 32 and 16.
Okay, and the Summer League is where we expect it to be regarding venues and
with
stuff?
regards to venues, there's a couple of venues we're looking at one at a time. So once that's confirmed, obviously we'll inform all the participants. We will be sending out information and email to all the member teams and other teams with highlighting all the requirements and the ins and outs, the rules, regulation, etc. And venue is one of the points of discussion which we looked at. We're looking at few actually venues to cater for this competition. So hopefully once that's confirmed, we'll actually let everyone know. An email will be sent out to all the teams with further information.
So there's lots of things to look forward to, and even in the new year in January, we've got the draws for the next round of each of the respective cups that we're participating in now. So we've got Champions Cup and all the other things.
Interleague Championship Cup draw and the League Cup draw itself will be done in January as well.
And also the Vets Cup as well.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Vets Cup, Nanu. When is the draw for that going to happen then?
The draw most likely in January. Haven't decided yet, but the games will take place on the 9th and the 16th. So the first round on the 9th and the second round on the 16th.
That's the week we come back after the break, yeah?
Absolutely. And the finals will be decided most likely right at the end of the tournament.
Okay,
in the league.
there's a lot of stuff to look forward to come in January. But like we said, remind you again, as been said, December the 30th, that's not next week's show. Next week, we'll have the usual show that we usually have, bringing you all of the highlights and all the results. And then the week after, it will be a show which will be focusing on the main events that will be happening in 2014. All the guys here will be here, joined by one or two other guests who'll be able to put more meat on the bones for you and give you a flavour of what's to come in 2014. Just to go back very quickly, because I know probably it just went maybe a little bit too quick for you, but I'm just going to show you the Vets League results from last Thursday again, because they were there and then they went. And I know Nanu told you what happened, but maybe you just wanted to see what your team did. So here they are again, and I'll run through them just very quickly for you. BYM, as I said, beat Barnardo Legends 1-0. Do you want me to say it again, Nanu? BYM beat Barnardo Legends by 1-0.
Sorry, Dave, just for the record, Nanu actually scored the winning goal.
Scored the goal.
And he kept that quite, Nanu, just...
I had to.
Credit has to be given where it's due.
Big yourself up,
It
sir.
was team effort end of the day. So
But you scored the goal, so you know what,
Okay.
well done to you. Bromley Legends and Aberhani Vets drew 1-1. London Tigers beat Sire by 3-0. Luton Bury Park went down by 3-1, and Shadwell beat St Catherine's 4-0. Tower Hamlets beating West End Vets by 6-1. We've been through a little bit of everything. We've had Mo coming from Illtown to talk about themselves in the First Division and where we're going with that. We've also seen our Premier Division highlighted game, which was Tigers thrashing Bromley. There's only one more round of games to go before you have the break, and then everybody can take a well-earned break, and then we move into January. We've heard about all the things that we can talk about. There might be a lot of talking happening in January. We know what the weather does to the pitches in January, but we're glad that you guys have stuck with us throughout the whole of 2013. It's been a roller coaster ride. I'm sure if we speak to the boys in the room back there, let me give them a little bit of a heart attack now and say we might even put together a little montage of everything that's happened in 2013 for you, just to run by you next week and see. Maybe the goal of the season might be in there again from that one we saw earlier. 2013, just very quickly, guys. Highlights of 2013 for you, Rash. I'll put it on you now, haven't you? What's been the highlight of 2013?
Actually put me in the spot, yeah.
Maybe I can start.
Yeah, maybe you can start. Either sitting here or being there on the pitch.
I think there's a lot of football happening, but where the excitement and the buzz is nowadays is the Vets League on a Thursday. I mean, on any given day, there's easily 200 people there, between players, supporters, people just passing by, young kids playing on the other side on the grass. And you can see from the league table, it's very, very tight at the top. It's not like, you know, Tigers walking away or Aberhani walking away. It can be any of the 6 top teams that take the title,
So
and that's
yeah,
what
the Vets League
makes it
has
even more
been a real
exciting. Yeah.
revolution to see.
And there's always talking point from that.
For me, I think it's the Interleague Championship. Having 4 leagues get together and playing, and teams from Luton, from Hackney and Leighton, the musical league from different areas and different caliber. I think that was nice to see, and I think it was refreshing and challenging to play against teams you never played before. Everyone plays the normal teams, but that obviously tournament gave the chance. Hopefully, as we discussed, the new projects will be in the similar grounds.
Kick on and give everybody else an opportunity. And for Nanu, it was scoring his first goal in the Vets League this year. We have run out of time. My thanks to everybody sitting up here. My thanks to the boys in the back. We're well over time, so we've got to go. So we'll see you later. Take care. Whatever you're doing this week, be safe and look forward to your football next Sunday. Until then, good night.